What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome to mission number 4, which is called Collision Course for Sniper Elite Resistance. This is our 100% Ghost stealth walkthrough with all collectibles, of course. I hope you guys are enjoying. Again, the whole premise of this walkthrough is to try to get around every single enemy that we can and only take out those that we absolutely 100% have to, because the game has given us a target. Not only that, but to make sure that we also pick up all collectibles in the game, which obviously makes it even tougher to do when you're on Authentic. Actually, you know what? I don't even know if there's any walkthroughs on YouTube itself where people are picking up collectibles on Authentic and doing a 100% on that specific mode. Most people, as I've said previously, always go in and do just normal, especially when they're doing collectible guides and things like that. So this is a very, very tough mission, and we're only going to need to take out 3 targets. 1 extra kill will happen just because of one of the objectives we have to blow up, and there's nothing you could do about that. So he's included in the kill list, but it's not someone we're actually doing. It's a part of the objective. So you know, really, we haven't upgraded our weapons much. We will change weapons midway through this once we get a better sniper rifle, which is really not needed for what we're doing, but I like to do it anyways just because I still want to enjoy some of the customization in the game. You know, doing this challenge kind of limits me from being able to do that because I'm doing everything, you know, as stealthy as possible. So we're going to go up from the bottom, make our way down to the town. Then we're going to go to the middle to grab an achievement. Up to the left side around the dam. This is the same mission area from the first mission, so you'll get very familiar with it. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy, and of course, it's go time.
While London continues to locate Site D, the Kleiner Blumer production facility, a new urgent matter has arisen, as well as an opportunity. Due to the challenges faced during our initial attempts to bomb the Vallée de la Cluse Dam, the Germans have come into the possession of an undetonated upkeep bouncing bomb. The top secret design of which the Germans have been unable to replicate until now. Local resistance report that a team of German superweapons experts have arrived to study the bomb, having traveled in from one of the potential Site D locations. Notably, they work for Dr. Uwe Schörner, one of the world's foremost and most infamous chemical biologists. Hawker, you must return to the dam and destroy our bomb before it can be extracted or transported. And you are to eliminate all traces of any German work relating to our bomb, including anyone who has worked on documenting the device and any output they've generated.
The Nazis managed to get their hands on one of our top-secret bouncing bombs. By the time I'm done here, they wish they hadn't. Gotta make sure anything they've learned about it never makes it back to Berlin. The scientists brought in to study the bomb. London reckons they know a thing or two about what's going on at Site D. Could kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Chance will be a fine thing.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is grab 2 stone eagles. They can be found at your original starting location. That is when we did the mission number 1. Remember, we started up here. So go ahead and grab that, just do immediate turnaround to the right, and you can pick it off. The second stone eagle is actually going to be down in this middle section of the dam. It's a little bit tougher to shoot. It might take you a few shots. You do need to aim to the left a little bit, and it's around 300 meters or so, so it might take you 2 shots to get, but yeah, that'll be the second one of 3, and of course the next one will be further up ahead. At this point, you can make this shot. This is your kill list target. You're supposed to knock him off of the dam, but it is a very, very tough shot to get from here, so I don't recommend it. I did do it once, but it caused too much weirdness later on in the level, so we're not going to do it. We're going to do it regularly. Don't forget to pick up that personal letter right there. That's your first letter. Now, there's a lot of guards out in this little village here, and this can be really tough because there's a few choice collectibles that are just right in the middle and the thick of things. So when I say that this was a real challenge, I am being honest. Like, sometimes I don't even know why I do the challenges I do, because they are just breathtakingly hard to pull off sometimes, but we were able to get it. So first things first is we're going to head over here to the left. Make sure you're crawling and whatnot, because the guards will be able to make you out if you don't crawl. Once you get to this point, you can get up and kind of go ahead and make your way in here. what's inside here is going to be our first workbench. And normally what you would do here after getting this workbench is open this door, but don't do that because everything is going to be timed correctly for us, so we're just going to immediately leave afterwards. If you want to go around here and, you know, do a little upgrading and seeing what you have and what you can, you know, do better with weapon-wise, you can do so as well. But you'll see that it's really not need to do too much. We're already pretty good on everything that we have. But I always contemplated a little bit if I'm going to upgrade anything. We really, like I said, haven't been using much of our weapons outside of just eliminating the targets that we need to. So immediately we're going to go back out and get down. Go as quickly as possible. We're going to need to do a distraction to get a specific guard to look in the different directions so we can actually get up on this building that we need to pick. Now remember, we don't have any bolt cutters at this point. So we're going to throw a bottle right here. There's a guard that's on the other side of this truck. That's going to get him to go towards the bottle. So the good thing about this game is that when you do a distraction on an enemy, it actually clears them up for a while because they'll go on and investigate around that area longer. So what that guy normally does is he sits at that little location that he was at. He does a circle and he goes right back to that location. When he is at that location that we just got him from, he will stare right at that door, and therefore you cannot get into the door. So obviously I need to find a way to, you know, get rid of him without actually knocking him out. So that is the best method that I have found to do so, and then to throw another bottle just to get him to continually be in that area, which would give us enough time to get in here. So everything has to line up. And this right here, this first challenge was really, really tough to figure out, but I was able to get it. So you can actually go all the way up here in the prone position to this guy. He's eating an apple, so we know he's a villain. Once he turns around, we can get up. Watch out for this guy here. As you can see, if you get before he turns around, you can start picking this lock and he will not be able to see you from this location. Right now, that guy is heading towards that area right there, right to the left of us. So we have to be super quick to do this. If not, then you will get caught. So go in here and grab the personal letter, get out, make your way to the left side here and move on right. As long as you're staying over in this area, you're good to go. So what we're going to do from this point now is we're going to take a look at the map, and we're going to see that we're going to have another location that we need to grab a collectible for. Again, these locations are outside of the main mission parameters, but because we're getting the collectibles, it adds more challenge and it takes longer to do these videos. So what we're going to do is just make sure that that guard there is not seeing us in the tower, because he can screw this up sometimes. Move our way behind here. You really don't need this crowbar, so there's no reason for you to actually grab it, but really we're moving slow just because of that guard that's in that tower will sometimes see us, so we have to make sure. But at this point we can run, continually run all the way till you get inside the building. Make your way upstairs, and we are going to grab another collectible. This is a classified document. Now from this point, we are going to make our way to the bridge. This bridge, there's no reason to go to this bridge unless you want an achievement or trophy. So we're going to grab that achievement and trophy. You're not going to see it on screen because the way Xbox games on PC work is the Windows bar shows the achievement and it does not show up on video. So I do apologize that you won't get to see this achievement, but it just means that we're taking a picture of this gnome. So once you get over to this area right here, you're going to have this guard there. He's going to do a little turnaround, and then he's going to stand here. You're good to move because he'll immediately get up and then go back in his other direction. Get in this corner so that he doesn't see you. You also want to make sure that the guy up in the tower doesn't see you too, so it can be a little tricky, but this worked most of the time. Once you got a little bit of distance, go ahead and start running. Don't worry about the guard in the tower at this point. Just keep running and make your way all the way over here. And we're going to park in a specific area here in between this tank right next to a gnome.
The place is going to be crawling with Jerry inside and out.
That's our main objective over there, but we'll get there eventually. Just sit here and go to your menu system and go to photo mode, and you will as soon as you go to photo mode, give it about 2 seconds or so, it'll unlock an achievement for taking a picture of the gnome even though you didn't snap the picture. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and head back in the direction of where we need to go. Our main objective is now upon us, and we have two things that we need to do. The first one is going to be to blow up this thing up ahead. So obviously we're going to go ahead and take a look here. You can see that it's a question mark, but there's two areas we're going to have to go. The first one is going to be over here. There's also two collectibles that you will pick up inside there. So make sure the guy's not looking and start running here. There's not a lot of guards here, just that guy in the tower. There are two guards up in the top part of the building there, but we're not going to go up there. We're going to come along down, and we're going to make our way through this straight hall. What we're going to do is we're going to take a left here, and then we're going to turn on the generator. No one can hear this generator right away, so you will be able to turn it on without any problems. So turn on the generator. Then we're going to shoot the object that we need to shoot. Once we do that, immediately get out, go through the other side of the building, and then get to some cover, because that's when some enemies are going to start moving around a little bit. It makes things a little less predictable. So try to line up your shot. Wait until you have the noise, of course. Once you've done that, head out here and go ahead and run. Don't be slow or anything. Just get there as soon as possible, because enemies will be going back and forth between this area. So what we're going to do now is there's, like I said, two collectibles up in the top floor. But the first thing we're going to do is grab this workbench that's over on the far side. So come all the way over here, continue running, make your way as quickly as possible. You will need to open this door. Again, we do not have any bolt cutters. I did not find any bolt cutters on this level, so I had no idea where they are. So things took a little bit longer and kind of more challenging to grab. So this guy is, again, that right there, that body you see is one of the people that we blew up because of that optional, or because of that main objective. So even though we're only taking out our 3 targets, one of them is taken out, or excuse me, a fourth one is taken out because of that mission. It's the same thing as when you blew up the train. You know, other people will end up dying, even though you're not really actually going for them. So it doesn't really count against me, in my opinion. I still only really took out 3. The other one was a casualty of war, collateral damage. So we're going to grab the workbench here. This is the SMG Workbench. Again, you can, you know, fiddle around and change anything that you want to. It's totally up to you. It's not something you absolutely have to do. I never use my SMG, but I still like to play the part as if I was going to, even though you'll never see it. So really, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I just like to see what it does offer, you know. So at this point, we're going to go back, and now we're going to head up into that building that we were in, the second floor. So once we go around and, you know, come out here, go crouch, and then wait right here. There's going to be a guy, you know, coming in and taking a look. Notice that's what we blew up right there on the right. He's just kind of going back into his normal mode. I don't know why the body disappeared, but that's just, I guess, how this game works sometimes. The body that was right there disappeared. That he was the guy that was kind of looking at it. Once he turns around, go ahead and start moving forward. Don't run yet. Obviously, you'll be heard. There's another guard coming around the corner right there. You can go up through this vine to the second floor, but it's much easier that if you actually go around to the left and get to this point, start running. We'll look to the left here and see that the guard is actually still there. So that's why you want to be careful. So this is tricky here, as you got a guy going down the stairs there, and you got another guy coming to the stairs right now. So timing has to be very, very crucial when you come up here. The reason that we're coming on this side is because one of the officers up here will be in the opposite direction, and we need to make sure we can get to this wine bottle right here. We can't get it if we go up through the vine, because the guy will be standing right where we need to come through that door, and we can immediately make our way into here. We're going to grab another collectible right here on the desk. Now you could probably, exit out that door, but there are guards patrolling the areas. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back out the way that we came. Don't worry about that safe. There's nothing collectible-wise you need to get. And now it's time to start making our way to the second objective of the, or should I say part 2 of the sabotage. This guy's going to be coming back in that direction. Remember, I told you. So that's why it's not a good idea to go back out in there when we can just use this right here. We can drop down, make sure the coast is clear, and make our way essentially back to that same location that we were before when we blew up the first sabotage area there. At this point, we need to head up now. We've done everything we need to do in that location, so we can continue to move. What we're going to do is actually not take the stairs. It leaves you too vulnerable to anything. There is the third and final eagle we're going to tackle now. Once we kind of go off to the left here, it's just left of our position and above the hill. And then this is where we're going to go here also to unlock one of the secondary starting points. So we're going to go over here to the left and just make sure nobody's obviously blocking our way as we continue on. And we're far enough away from everybody now that we can actually shoot this. And you can do it with your pistol. So right here is the eagle. Shoot it with your pistol, and that way you don't alert anyone. As long as you're close enough, you will be able to shoot that with your pistol. As long as you have a sniper, or excuse me, a silencer on it, you should be good to go. Now, once we continue across this path right here, straight ahead in that building is going to be our second part of our main objective. However, what we're going to do is to the left.
Just up ahead. Need to take a look and see what their eggheads have found.
So to the left of this is the secondary starting location. So if you completed this on normal and you want to start without having to go through, you know, that entire village, well, you can start your location over here. This is not a collectible, but it is something to unlock. All right, so you see the black building right here. That is where we're going to go. It is part of the second objective, but behind it is the actual objective. You can get up to it without actually having to get close to it. However, there is a collectible you need to get there. So just make sure this guard's not looking when you're coming across. And we're going to head up behind this building. So there's going to be two officers, or one officer and one regular guy, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. They're going to talk for a little bit. Right there is where the collectible is, but you could just barely see this. Shoot it, and no one will be alarmed. And that is the reason no one is alarmed, is because it does blow up, kind of, but it just shorts. They're far enough away to where they won't hear it, and the silencer that we have on our well rod is only like a 6 meter. So as long as they are more than 6 meters from you, they will not hear you destroy the objective. So we just need to finish and wait for them, or we need to wait for them to finish talking. One guy's going to go back and start his patrol. The other officer is going to just stand right in front. I know this is going to look ridiculous. Now, another thing you could do is to throw a bottle. However, the other guy is still close enough to where the bottle would get him to turn around, and we don't want that to happen. So just be patient. I know, you know, standing this close to an enemy is kind of nerve-wracking when you're on authentic difficulty, but just stay right here. He's going to move to the right eventually. This guy's going to start coming back as well, so timing is very critical. All right, he's already starting to move his way back now, and he's going to turn around. At this moment, as soon as you can, move forward. Grab the document as quickly as you can, and then move back. You see the guys moving there, so you've got to be super quick. Continually move through the right side of this house, and you should make it. So up next, we have the kill target. This can be tackled from many, many different areas. The way that I'm going to do it's going to be a little different probably than what anyone else is going to do it. I actually bet you no one else is going to take this target out the way I am. So you actually need to do what I just did right there. You need to go and get his attention slightly and come back. Otherwise, he will never move from that spot. At least that's what happened in my game. He just stood there the entire time if you don't go out and get his character to move. But once you do that, then come up over here. As you can see, we have a patrolling guard. So let me explain a few things here. There's a kind of like a sniper perched up in the tower. That's a good point for you to shoot on the kill target. However, it's very difficult to do if you don't take anybody out in this area, because the moment you shoot, they'll all be on you, and alerts and stealth is ruined. Second thing you can do is turn on a generator. You see a generator straight ahead to the right. Not that generator. There's another one to the right side of underneath the tower right there that you can turn on. However, it gets everybody's attention. Useless. Another area is down to the right. You could take a grassy fork road down there and you can do it, but all the enemies will converge on you, and therefore, why do that? So we're going to tackle this kill target from a different angle that I bet you no one else does. So that's why you come here, everybody. You come here to see things a little bit differently than other people. So it's going to be fun. This is the same bridge that we tackled in the first mission. Things are a little different, of course. So we're going to use this zip line to come down here, and then we're going to make our way all the way down. But what we're going to do is there is a few areas that you can see through to the other side of where your target is. So the only way that you can get the thing down on your target is if you shoot what's holding him up. So there's a few angles that you can do this from. One of the angles is right here. There's your target right there in between that little thing. If you line up the shot, you can do it right here. But we're going to wait a little bit because we need just a little bit better of an angle. And you also want to make sure that when you do this, everybody is more than 6 meters away from you if you have the particular loadout that I do, which is the well rod with the upgraded suppressor and all that, or not upgraded, but you see what I'm saying. So when you go into the system and you see what I have for my well rod, that's the best way. I know this is ridiculous here, but his AI is literally just before the edge, so he doesn't see you here for whatever reason. I don't understand it as well. I thought I was going to get caught, but he's just before it, and I guess his field cone is blocked enough to where it doesn't see me right there. So what I'm going to show you now is we're going to take out that kill target on our way to the optional objective, and there's also a collectible on the way that's in that tower up ahead. So once you get to this point, slow down a little bit. Now, you'll notice that you think you would be able to come out here because he turns to the right, so you could do that. However, this guy comes too much this direction, so therefore you can't. So just go ahead and stay back right here. And then just wait for him to turn around. Notice that he turns from the right, so that's why we were going to try to go to the left, but the other guard will see you every time. Wait till there's a little bit of distance, at least 6 meters. Continue to move forward. You got a little bit of time. And then we are going to line up the shot to take this guy down. So all you have to do is just shoot the things that are holding the thing. It's very tricky because, as you can see, the controls are wanting to shoot the other stuff. But that's how you can do it right there. We hit the parameters for the kill list for Ludwig. Continue to move forward, of course. Now, take your time here because there are guards that are looking, of course. Now that we've taken him out, we're going to move up to right there. The only way to get up there is through those stairs. So it is a little tricky, and there is a guard up in that area right there too, so you do need to be careful. That's why we're going nice and slow. There's also a guard right there, so come over to this corner. Now, sometimes he'll be there, sometimes he won't. I can't really tell you if he's going to be there or not. Once he turns around, then we can move forward, and then we're going to kind of backtrack to the stairs. Now, there's also another guard that is coming down below this truck, so we need to wait for him to make sure that he won't see us. Once he starts to move in that direction, then we can go up the stairs. There used to be a pipe that you could climb, but in this level, the pipe is gone. Okay, so this one took me a little bit because I wasn't for sure what I wanted to do. I didn't want to knock him out because I'm trying to do this with no knockouts, which we successfully do. But I didn't really understood if his AI would see this or not. And plus, you see the guy over there. I didn't want to kind of move out too soon because I was afraid that he would see me as well. So my suggestion for you is once this guy turns around at that top building over there and you see him turn around, when the guy is looking through his binoculars to the right, that is when you want to go and grab this collectible. Obviously, don't grab it when he's looking to the left there. And you should just be able to grab it and then make your way back over here. And then when the guy is looking in his binoculars to the left, like he is now, that's when you want to go around and then use the zip line. And you'll see what I mean here in just a second. See how he's not looking to the left there? So grab the personal letter. Come back around. The other guy's not there yet, so we can go down. The other guy's looking to the left, and we can zip line. Now, be careful, because he will hear the zip line, so immediately just stand still for a second and try to get down as quickly as you can so he doesn't see. If done correctly, he'll like kind of hear something, he'll look and see where it is, but you won't be caught. And that section right there was really, really tough to get through. So we have another collectible down here. There's going to be one guard patrolling upstairs. So just be on the lookout for him and make sure that line of sight is not on him. You can't see him right now, but once we pick this up, he's right above us and to the left. So at this point, where we're going to go is down a little bit lower into this kind of like furnace room, and that's where the optional objective is. You see the guy is right there coming down now, so you should be good as long as you don't run. This guard is easy to get around. You see the noise? You don't need to knock him out or anything. Just go up here and go ahead and pick the lock. He doesn't see you from this point. Now, this guy obviously dies too, but it only... So two extra people died because of these objectives. I didn't take them out myself. The objective took them out. So they don't count as a kill against me, even though one of them shows up, so I'm not sure. Here's a workbench. And this workbench, I actually change the my weapon to the M1 Garand. You don't see it here, but I changed it there. Now, this is a little tricky here, because we're going to try to do this without knocking him out, even though he's going to die anyways. So get up to the left of him, and then eventually what's going to happen is he's going to go to the right. You need to move up as soon as he starts turning to the right. It's that old tried and true weird way. Place the satchel, do the slow fuse. Trust me, slow fuse is the best one because you need enough time to get out of here. And then we're going to make our way up to the left, and that's where we can pick up the second of our optional entries. Remember, the first one is unlocked automatically. We already got the other one at the campsite, and this is technically the third, but since the first is automatic, I just say there's 1 out of 2 or 2 out of 2 because that's all you're actually getting. This guy won't see you from here, but you want to try to get in and do that as quickly as possible. He doesn't hear it because, remember, the sound masked it, so you're good to go.
It'll take him a while to pull that spanner out of the works. That grass could offer solid cover.
All right, we got definitely, in my opinion, the hardest part, and this is a big section with a lot of things that you need to do. So first off, there's going to be a collectible that we're going to get down in this shack right here, but there is a lot of things in this tiny area with a lot of guards. So trust me when I say this one took a while. So move along the left. There are 3 guards patrolling here. One is going to be up where we need to go to grab the collectible. Second's going to be patrolling down by there. You can kind of see him on the right. And the third one's going to stay in that same location down there where the other guard is. So 3, and this guy is going to be inside exactly where we need to go. So there's 2 options you can do here. Either you can throw a bottle to distract him to get him to move him out quicker. However, doing so will disrupt the other guard's patterns, and if you do that, then it becomes unpredictable if you're going to be able to successfully get in and get it with enough time to get back out and move away so they don't see you. So what we're going to do here is just be patient. Notice how there is the guard there. Again, there's a second guard that's patrolling up and down as well. You can see him on the right side very little. And then there's this guy here. Almost was going to throw the bottle again, but I just decided to be a little bit more patient and just kind of let the game open itself up for you, right? Patience is the whole point of stealth. And that's also another reason why a lot of people don't enjoy stealth, because when you play video games, sometimes you don't want to be patient. You just want to go and have fun. For me, being patient in these situations is my type of fun. I love knowing that, oh, I got to wait just a little bit longer. Oh my gosh, I can, if I just hit him right now, I'll be fine. You know, it's that taking away that that urge to do something, I think, adds so much more, at least for me. But you can see here with our collectibles, we're getting closer and closer to having all of them. We are 15 out of 19 right now. All the rest are going to be in this tiny little area, and there's a lot in pretty much each of the buildings, so which can make it really, really tough to grab everything. So let's pick up the rest of this and then complete the mission. So at this point, we can continue to move. As you can see, that guy is turning around there. This guy will eventually turn around on the left, but he'll go to the left side, so he will never see you. And right now, all we're going to do is just kind of slowly make our way down. Don't use the zip line or else the guys will see you. You'll know if you've disrupted the guy or not if once they, stop talking and whatnot. All right, so once we get here, what we're going to do is head to this section over here first. We're going to need to take out one scientist and then steal some plans. So in order to do that, if you look at the map here, you can see where we are, and it's going to tell you that one of these locations is the farmhouse, and the farmhouse is going to be the one that's on the left side, and the collectible is going to be right where I'm pointing in that direction. So again, these are areas you've been to before in mission number 1, so you should be familiar with the layout, although you didn't go over to the big house. You just were specifically at the house to the right because it was all locked. Once that guy turns around, start to move up and then go to the right. He won't see you as you come across. What you want to do, though, is you want to throw a bottle here because you want this guy to change his pattern a little bit. And we're going to pick up the collectible. There are 2 guards in the other direction there, but they won't see you from here. Continue to make your way. Remember, that guy is now searching for that bottle, so you're good. You can make your way over here. This guy does 2 different things. He always stays in that location looking down, so it can be a little tricky. You got to kind of wait for him to look in the other direction. You'll notice it that the guards will do things where they look left and look right. Those are your opportunities, really. So make sure you utilize them correctly. So just waiting on him to look to the right. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head down. Just make sure he can't see you. And right here, if you go down, you're going to pick up the final hidden item. It's going to be a poster. The rocks are a little hard to maneuver around. All right, so at this point, we're going to head to back to that same side that we were on just earlier. And now that we know that there are 2 objectives on each side that we need to do, there's 2 scientists that we need to take out, 1 scientist on each side. So you only need to take out 1 guy on the left and then 1 guy on the right. And then there'll be other objectives besides that as well, but only 2 actual scientists that you need to take out. The reason I say there are 3 targets is because one of them is the kill list guy, and then 2 targets that you have to take out, which are the scientists. Obviously, make sure you're looking here so that guy doesn't see you.
Postcard. Too nice for Nazis, even if they are VIPs.
This guy will always stand in that direction over there, so you're free to go up. The scientist, after you kill him, he will drop keys that you need to open the safe with. So once you take him out, you can't knock him out, you actually have to eliminate him. And make sure you search.
Looks like I've nabbed everything worth.
Now go back and to the right, you're going to see the safe. Otherwise, you'll have to blow it up, and of course that will cause so many problems. So this is not a collectible, it's part of your mission. Now we've done this entire side, we can go to the main house. So on the other side of the house, there's going to be, I believe, one collectible upstairs. And then there's going to be one collectible downstairs. Or down in the basement. So we're going to go back the exact same way we came. Because that's the safest route. Make sure, again, he does turn around once in a while, but he never leaves that location right there. And obviously be on the lookout for the guy on the left. Even in that position right there, as you can see, you're still good to go. Now, there are guards that patrol up in that terrace up there. So just, be on the lookout if you see any of them. And there is a tank to the right. I don't show the tank, obviously, but sometimes that tank can see you from your location and then blow you up all of a sudden. It happened to me a few times. So there's an entrance to the right, and there's this one here. We're going to take this one. But we're going to get behind these boxes here first because there is a guard that patrols this area, and he's going to come out of where we're going, and we don't want to take him out. So once he gets right there, you can start moving. Move on up and go inside, and we're going to head upstairs to grab our second to last collectible. Now, you want to kind of look in this room a little bit here because sometimes the scientist will be in that room early, and if that's the case, then you can take him out already. But other than that, come upstairs. There is one guy up here, but he does not enter into this room. There's the 5th classified document, and you can see that we just have one more to go, and it's going to be down in the basement next to your main objective. So at this point, I keep saying security, but the scientist guy that you need to kill, he can go in 2 different directions, and there's no way for you to know which one it is. All right. So I plan for the one that's the safest, and that's right here. So you see that door right there? He can come through there, but he can also come through the opposite side of this room. However, the good news is that you're safe in this position right here. The reason that we need to be here is because that guard that we waited for when we entered into this building, he comes to the entrance of that right there. So you can't wait anywhere else, but right here is a good, where no one can see you. So I'm just waiting to see which side he's coming out on. It's either going to be there or it's going to be the opposite side. There he is. Eliminate. Nice and stealth-like. So all we have left is one more source, and that's going to be to blow up the papers in the map down in the basement. So just make sure that that one guy is not looking. Okay, he's not anywhere near there. Head over here to the right. Slow your roll a little bit as there is an officer that's kind of going back and forth there. And then head down into the basement. Once there's no enemies down in the basement, and once you get to the basement, make your way to the right, and then grab the gas mask, which is the 3rd and final hidden item, as well as the final collectible. As you can see, we got them all. Now, as far as the map goes, as soon as we blow up this light, there's someone put a gas canister right next to the light, but we need to blow up these papers. So blow it up. Do it without opening the door first, because if you open the door first, then the guard that is down patrolling the area can hear it, and then he'll come and investigate. So make sure you do not pick the lock until you've already destroyed the thing. So now we need to exfiltrate.
Yes, and see what London makes of the intel I found.
So there's that guard that's looking up, and then there's this guard here. I'm trying to show where he is without getting out too far so the other guy sees me that's up on top. Essentially, all you need to do is that once this guy turns around, then you're free to move and follow him. And we are almost done with this level. This was another really, really challenging level. So please, everybody, leave a like and comment below. It really means a lot. Support the channel any way you can. We're not making a lot of money from this walkthrough, obviously. So if you do want to support the channel, please do so. Any means necessary. Make sure you leave a like, comment, become a member, send a donation my way. Anything that helps this channel to continue to do what it is we love to do. So make your way here. Because we kept the door shut, all these guys, they don't know anything that's going on. So go into this exit here and then make your way to the right. And then you have exfiltrated mission number 4. Congrats.
Mission success. The bouncing bomb and all studies of it have been obliterated, and as hoped, the German scientists have shed more light on the Kleiner-Blumer threat. Their possessions concealing intel that both corroborates our findings and confirms the location of Site D. These new Nazi documents refer to Special Committee C, the chemical weapons division within the Speer Ministry, led by Otto Kruger. Officially disbanded, yet apparently still operational, and extremely dangerous. As to why the superweapons specialists would dare carry this evidence confirming Kruger's seemingly unsanctioned activities, oh, we can only speculate. Perhaps they plan to report his deeds to the Reich. This would explain the following comms intercepted by Bletchley Park.
Der Abwehrmaulwurf wurde zum Schweigen gebracht. Und trotzdem finde ich, dass Ihre Gestapo unsere Geheimnisse nicht schnell genug verbergen kann. Finde nur ich es eigenartig, dass uns die Alliierten offenbar auf der Spur sind.
Da unsere Feinde so interessiert an der Arbeit des Sonderkomitees C sind, befriedigen wir ihre Neugier. Es wird höchste Zeit für einen Feldtest der kleinen Blume.
All right, well, there you go, ladies and gents. We also unlock another achievement here for completing this mission. So optional objectives 1 out of 1 complete. Mission complete collision course and the kill list. Oberst Ludwig Spiegel. So as you can see, our stealth was great. No alarms raised, no bodies discovered. Detection score was 2, really low, nice. However, it says 4 kills. That is again because 2 regular kills for the mission objectives, and the 1 kill for the target that we need to take out for the kill list. And then 1 other guy got counted. I don't know if it was the guy in the steam room or if it was the guy during the first objective that we had to shoot. So either way, I think we did a pretty good job. I hope you guys enjoyed. It has been my pleasure to bring this to you all. And remember, support the channel any way you can. This time of year is always the toughest. So any support that you all can lend our way just goes to make sure that we can continue to do what we love to do. So I will see you guys on the next mission. Remember, these do take a while, so I hope you all are enjoying, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bitches.